Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome back to my Arsenal Let's Play in Football Manager 2014. Back today, we're actually 11 days away from the first match, but I did want to show you something that I always find enjoyable when you have young and up-and-coming players, and they do well for you. And the best chance to do this is like to be a club like Arsenal. This is what I've always done, and maybe this is one reason I like it. See this up-and-coming guy, Dan Crowley, sending him out on loan, dominating for a team. Leicester in the Championship, 5 games, 6 assists. And look at the difference from last season. He had 7 assists from the whole season, from 32 games, but only after 5, he has 6 already. Look how much he's developing. He looks really, really good when the arrows are going up. But yeah, he can be a super player for us in the future. So that's one reason I definitely love being Arsenal. You bring through these young talents, you send them out on loan, and they make an impact. They start to improve even more because they're getting first-team experience at a decent level. And, of course, it's going to be a benefit to them. So leave in your comments, do you enjoy that as well? That's a big reason for me being Arsenal and to keep motivated to be them. And also another reason, it's probably, I've said it previously, I think in the last episode, it's my chill save. Like, it's just to relax, and I probably don't get too excited for the game, and I probably don't complain like people complain about. People say I always complain. How about you in the comments? But yeah, I'm just saying, like, what I do is not really complaining. It's anything I say to like reacting to what my opposition does is complaining, apparently. So I can't win no matter what I say. I might as well just say nothing when they score. I might try that and see how that goes. But anyway, we'll register the squad here, and we'll just play. Like, I want to move like this Arsenal one. I'm sure you'd be interested. Like, if I'm in the mood of doing Arsenal how I normally do, you would be interested in it. Like, doing it like a playthrough, basically, like how I did with Bath, which I'm not doing for now. But yeah, I may go back into it soon. We'll just see. But yeah, I plan to do Arsenal like that for now. Do 2 games per episode, get through it fairly quickly. Because if I do 1 game, it would take way too long. But 2 games, maybe sometimes 3 to get through it. But who's this Noble Lazarus? Got him. He's actually transfer listed, and he's got good Premier League potential. So he's probably not going to be good enough for Arsenal level, but he's going to be good enough for some Premier League teams, and he's transfer listed, an asking price of only 20,000. So I'm gonna try and sign him, but would you sign, if you were Arsenal, would you sign him for that cheap just to make profit? Because of course he's going to be a good player in the future at the Premier League level for some team. Maybe not a top 4 team, but at least mid-table or even lower mid-table, and you at least make some profit, a couple million off him or something like that. And with the good training facilities at Arsenal, he could aid that, but he doesn't really fit into my kind of formation. He's kind of a wing back. I'm not sure if like Barnsley or wherever he is play that way in real life, but he seems weirdly positioned. Yeah, not being able to play on any wing, but he could play striker. I don't know, that feels a bit weird to me. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to use him to make money off, really. I'll just go for the asking. Oh no, we actually don't have the transfer budget. Yeah, we hardly have anything. So yeah, probably, don't worry about that, because we made a lot of signings. So yeah, don't worry. But yeah, anyway, leave your suggestions. Would you want to sign him anyway? If you're like a mid-table Premier League, like this situation would be perfect to sign him. He'll be a great signing, I reckon. Well, for the future, probably not good enough yet. Ballerin, he wants a future away from Arsenal, apparently. I like him, but he probably, again, he's someone who's not going to be the top 4 quality, most likely. This is leading Premier League, but we're probably going to get better quality players. I like him, though. I like those young, pacey fullbacks. But he just doesn't have that defensive quality, in my view, to be a world-class player. So I'll accept the request there. Joel Campbell wants to stay, and he actually accepted a request to go out on loan to Tom. That's what they're called. Their club is called Tom. But anyway, yeah, he's going to get some more first-team experience. He was transfer listed as well, but yeah, again, he's another one. He's probably not going to fit into the team, so yeah, I've got 2 games. So I want to explain why I want to do this way with Arsenal, if you care at all. But like usually, this is what I mean. The Champions League group stage is usually a game every couple games in the Champions League. So yeah, it should be interesting up until that time. But yeah, I'm sure you'd be interested, like I said before, you'd be interested how I play through with Arsenal. You maybe want to wonder why it's my favourite save. So if I recorded a lot and not skip games like I said I may do previously, you may get more out of it to why maybe I enjoy it, what I go through and those kind of stuff. So if you do want to see every single game like I've been doing in other saves, leave in your comments if you enjoy it. And generally there'll be longer episodes if they're 2 games. And that's pretty much it on that. So here we are, guys. First game of this episode. This is a surprising one, definitely. A very surprising one. It is against Stoke at home. Generally, you think should be easy win, but they're first. They've started the season, well, the best, of course, because they're first, but Man United 3 wins as well, along with Southampton. So they have got the job done so far. This Yuya Asako guy, I really noticed him. I noticed him before as well. A few days ago when I was playing. He's been doing really well, and the previous team he was at, it was in the league below the Bundesliga, the second division in Germany. But he was a consistent goal scorer. Of course, it'll be a step up to the Premier League, but he looks the good so far. So if you're like that mid-table kind of team, he's one to go for. He looks like a very good player. His goal-scoring record seems good in Football Manager. Has that instinct to score. And that's one attribute, or no, it's not even an attribute, history I look for when signing a striker. When they have previous goal-scoring form, it gives you a bit more faith to sign them. So they've got some decent players. They've got that guy, Iago Falk. So they have got some talents. Look at his attributes. He's a great attacking player. He could probably do the job at a top, I wouldn't say a top 4 team, but maybe a team vying for a Europa League position. He's got those good attributes, of course. That is clear to see there. He's a decent little player. But yeah, it's going to be a hard one. It's not often that you'll say that Stoke at home, like playing at home to Stoke, is going to be a hard game. But their form is not to be doubted. But look here, Chelsea win with a red card. Or Kurt Zouma, of course, he joined Chelsea, but he's excellent. He's one of my favourite defenders. He was beast in FIFA, of course. More so FIFA 13, but yeah, it was good then. And Man City dropped points, so they're down to 12. So yeah, they're doing pretty bad. I thought I was doing averagely, already losing and drawing. So Man City doing worse, but I would expect them to pick up. I'm not sure why. It's not like they have so many injuries or something. But usually the problem with Man City, they sign too many players and they can't gel. There's just too many big names in there. Or look at new players there. Not players that were there already. Sanchez, Cuadrado, De Bruyne, Andre Ayew. Who else? Henderson, Kondogbia, Strootman, Ricardo Rodriguez, Stefan Savic, Mark Bartra. All those players that weren't there before. That's a lot. So yeah, you know what I mean. But we'll go straight into the game, I reckon, as our under-18s pick up a 1-0 win against the Watford under-18s, as you'd probably expect. Mohamed Kolik, we signed him a couple seasons ago, a new region to the game then, for 700k. Now his value at 2.1 million. He's had some appearances here and there, like last season, 5 games, a couple in the Cup as well, a couple off the bench in the Cup also. Had good ratings there, you see, 7.10 average, so... yeah, he's definitely a guy for the future at left back, but we already have players there, so it's hard to say. But he could play right back as well. He's strong on both feet, so he'll be a important player for the future because he's got high potential, world-class potential as well. He must have a high potential ability, so he's a decent one. And that's one thing, I love signing these regens and bringing them through. Like 5 seasons down the track, I should have an insane team because I plan to hopefully sign up even more. But anyway... this is the team, but again, it's situation of so many players that can't even make the subs. Like, you got Robin, who's injured, but obviously someone here will have to drop out, whether it be Barkley, Ramsey, Chamberlain, probably Oxlade-Chamberlain maybe, to put Robin in there, but Robin will probably start. Maybe take off Draxler. Draxler's a beast as well, so... on paper, this team looks really, really good in my view. This is the way I want to build it. I want to build a team that, at least on paper, looks really, really good, like a dream starting 11 or something like that. But for me, I want it to be a dream squad more so. But you know what I mean, like dream starting 11, amazing players. And yeah, it's starting to come that way right now. Like you got Diego Costa, striker, Draxler in there, Ozil, Walcott, maybe not that level, but he's decent with his pace. You got Wilshere, who's a beast as well in the game. Those attributes, he'd fit into that. Defensive midfield's an area where we don't have a superstar. I'm actually going to put Oriol Romeu, who we signed from Chelsea for 7.5 million season ago. Give him a chance because he hasn't played yet, and I think he's okay. He's okay rated. He's got decent technical attributes, mentally strong, and yeah, physically as well, good stamina. So interested to see how he'll perform for me, because Jakob has never been amazing for me, but again, he's got those good attributes and he does his job. That's the crucial thing in that position. He's never going to, like, defensive midfielders aren't going to assist a lot or score a lot, so they're never going to get insanely high ratings. You got to keep that in mind as well. If you think that player's doing bad for you in a defensive midfield or a deep playmaker position, if they're not scoring or assisting a lot, they're not going to have high ratings. So, yeah, keep that in mind. They still may be playing well. You got to maybe take more a look in their passing accuracy and that. But anyway, actually change at centre-back as well. Vermaelen and Mertesacker straight in, and of course dropping Doria and Belanta out. Now we're bringing experience in and see what does better. But I'm saying that, but if I go back, how many games in a row? Yeah, we've got 2 games in a row clean sheets. Doria at least played in both of them. And Belanta came in last game against Everton and we picked up clean sheets. So maybe I shouldn't change that, but I always like to keep my players fit, match fit, and all that stuff. But yeah, here we'll go into the game. And yeah, for people requesting in 3D, I can't do this Arsenal one in 3D. Because I want to save where I always want that upload quickly save. Like when maybe I don't have a video pre-uploaded that I can just set live. Because I upload, then put on private to an ideal time to press upload. Or yeah, put it public. Or put it scheduled if it's going to be overnight, like while I'm asleep, for a more ideal time for other people. But yeah, that's when when I have that file, I can upload that quickly, like in 5 minutes. But if it's like an Australian one, that will take 2 hours, so I can't have it right away when I want it uploaded. So that's the only problem. So that's why I want this other one that I can upload quickly. If you were wondering why, that's a big reason why I'm playing on 2D. And you still see on 3D when I score anyway, so it's like best of both worlds. You see the best parts in 3D, the goals. So, yeah, I think you're winning pretty much. And for the people that still want to see in 2D as well, for me, it's perfect. Oh, of course, we sold Coquelin to them. So, Stoke have actually got a decent team. It's definitely improved. A Jenkinson as well. So, yeah, they've got decent players, but our team is undoubtedly better, surely. But we still have to play to a high level and not give it away. But this looks good here. Diego Costa. Diego finds Draxler. That is what I mean. That is what we have the potential to do. Just hit on the break and kill it with stars. Diego Costa, Draxler, and Julian picks up his first of the season. Fantastic stuff. So we'll check the replay here. Like I said on 3D, Diego Costa just running around the defense there with relative ease. Then found Julian. And he just smashed it near post. Jack Butland had no chance in saving that. So usually with big teams, I don't get that excited because I'm expecting to win. And, well, I'm trying to more so with Arsenal because, yeah, I just feel more excited with Arsenal for whatever reason. I just want to do so well with them. Diego Costa, Walcott's. And there's a lot of players, like, you want your players to do well as well. And that's a big part of it. Like, players you sign as well, like Diego Costa, Draxler. But that's what I mean about young players being excited about them. Big part, like Draxler can be a superstar, world-class player, could maybe develop into the best player in the game one day. We'll see how he goes for us, though. Remove, finds Walcott, finds Draxler, it's his second. That's what I mean. He could be the best in the world. And right now, we're playing against a team that's first. It's hard to believe Stoke is in that position. Walcott, I'm not sure if he meant that, but it found its way to Draxler. And yeah, he's got 2 now. And I was actually unsure about him. I almost dropped him for this game because up until now, he hasn't been doing too well. But of course, you have to give your players time to adjust into a new country, new way of football as well, new tactics, heaps of stuff. So you got to give your players time. And you can see what happens when you do. Julian Draxler repays me with 2 goals. And that's his perfect position. Left wing and inside forward. Right on. Because he's got pace. He's even got strength. 14 strength for a winger is really good for a pacey winger. Because he can use his strength and dribbling ability. First touch. Oh, he is insane. He's just going to kill it for us. As he has done here today. I'm very pleased with that. So this has been a very, very positive performance. You can kind of tell, like, the last couple games we're getting into it a bit more. As expected, like, playing better. That's what you get. Game after game, early season, you're generally going to start performing better as a team. And Ozil, see, if Ozil doesn't get injured, Barkley is never going to start. Ozil's always ahead of him, and Barkley is, it's his position. I guess he can play right wing as well, box-to-box midfielder, but yeah, generally, like, I want to give him a go, but there's so much quality we have, and he's like a taller attacking midfielder. Like, he's 187 centimeters, and he's got 16 strength, so he's like a different kind of prospect, really. So he'd be okay as a box-to-box midfielder. He'll have that strength in midfield. What else can I change? We're probably going to win this now. We're not going to lose. I'll take off Danilo, actually. He needs a break, and he's actually wanted. We'll bring on Balanta. He can play right back just. You can see there, so that's crucial for him. But yeah, if I go to Danilo and go to transfer, look at all these teams interested. Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Juventus, and PSG. They're big teams that will offer a lot, but I don't want to sell him. He's basically going to develop into one of the best right-backs in the game once again. He's off the ball has gone up to 17, which is really good for attacking fullback to make his good runs at the right times. That's really important. That's gone very high. So yeah, he's developing nicely. And right now, I'm going to take off Diego Costa for Richario Zivkovic. Again, another guy that can be insane. To me, looks insane for a 19-year-old. Like 18 pace, 17 acceleration, 16 flair, 16 technique, 16 heading. For a pacey player, he's good in the air. Like, he's tall and fast and strong and everything. Finishing good as well. He could be actually the best striker in the world off those attributes. If you look at those attributes, it kind of reminds me of a Torres in his Liverpool days. Scored a decent amount of headers, that lightning pace, good finishing, a bit of flair, and to dribble, get past his opponent and score. Like, very reminiscent. And if we have that kind of players on our hand, a Torres in his Liverpool days wouldn't be too bad. Definitely. So we'll see what he can do. And of course we have Robin as well. We signed Robin fairly cheap after a couple of seasons. A bit older, so that's expected to be cheaper. But yeah, he can take him under his wing and develop him to a decent player. They're similar types as well. Again, pacey player, good dribbler, that kind of stuff. But we've got a corner here. Draxler, can he assist one? Mertesacker on the second attempt. Get in. That's the way to do it. 3-0. Nice goal. And Jack Butland, he's supposed to be like a good young prospect English goalkeeper, but yeah, wasn't that great there, honestly. Just fell back to Mertesacker, and Mertesacker with his first of the season. Mertesacker's always an expected goal scorer. Like, he always scores in a season. He's always a danger from set pieces because of his height, but there he finishes on the ground. But he, forced the save from his powerful header. Perfect match here, just convincing 3-0, another clean sheet. We're doing well in that side of the game. Julian Draxler really showed me why I signed him. Really. That exactly. Okay, who's this guy? Slavchev. See, he looks okay. Defensive midfielder for Stoke. He looks decently rated. Like, if I pick Stoke as a team to manage, and I see this guy, I reckon I'd be in a pretty good position. And he would have started younger. This is like the third season, so he would have started like 18 or 19. He starts at Litex, so you could sign him fairly cheap. If you find him in the first season, yeah, it could be good. And another reason, because I'm a couple seasons in now, people watching will, of course, be playing their own save a lot of the time. Like people say, sometimes they watch while they play. And yeah, when I'm a couple seasons in, you might want to look for someone. And look at this guy here. Or you may be playing in your first season, you want to know someone you could get cheap. Simeon Slavchev. He looks like a really, really good defensive midfielder. Could play, centre mid as well, attacking mid. He looks good, very good passer, physically good. Look at that strength. So, yeah, he looks like a nice player. I get a scare. He's been one of their better players. Maybe a reason, definitely a reason why they've been doing so well. But they drop a bit down, and we need to keep the form up so we can take that position from the top teams. And you can see here, it says Slavchev would be a quality signing, and that's for a top 4 team. So yeah, he could be bargain. Definitely bargain. You sign him in the first season from this Litex team. You could be, like, you see this first season there, even second season, like, he wasn't really part of the lineup. So you can sign him for fairly cheap. 2.7 million, that's still pretty cheap, but he could even be cheaper right at the start of the save. You got to really check it out. But you may have signed him before. Who knows? Carvalho. This guy doesn't look good. So here, this is where the Champions League begins for this season. In the group stage, you can see some other teams have played. We're yet to play. It's going to be huge. Champions League, biggest European players in the world playing, biggest teams. It's exciting time. And that's, one reason. That's with Arsenal, that's the only really save I have right now, playing in the Champions League. And I always like to play there. It's just like big occasion. It's good to play. I'll definitely be doing more of this, and you would notice I'm back to doing Bar City as well, so just a bit of everything. I like to do that. And also, Champions League, a good way to find some unique players. Maybe not good enough for top 4 level, but like I said in a previous video, it's good to share maybe some young players, or just cheap players from other leagues that you might not know about. Just say we look at a striker here, top goal scorer, David Skutka, 27-year-old. Hasn't scored much in his league, but the Champions League, he has had a good goal-scoring record. I'm not sure how he'll perform at a higher level, but he'd be cheap. This is what I mean. These players from, where's this, like from Slovenia or something? Yeah, or Slovakia. Almost the same, but yeah, that's what I mean. Those kind of less popular, I guess you can call, countries, the European countries, a lot of the players are undervalued, it seems. Do you think it's because of the league they play in? They probably have a limit, or they just don't rate them as highly because they're not playing in a high league. That could be why, but there's still talents there. Like, who do we look here in the average rating? They got... Is that from the same team? Yeah, from Slovan Bratislava. Or Bratislava. He's got an 8.95 average rating, which is up there with the best. So you take a look at him now, you look at his attributes, he looks like an attacking player. Well, technically he's a fullback, but he's got very good attacking attributes. He'll be a very good attacking fullback. Like, you look, his tackling's only 10, but the rest are decent. So he could be an excellent mid-table signing if you would want to join a mid-table team. Very, very good attributes. And of course, it depends on the game you play as well. If you rely on an attacking fullback, he fits the bill perfectly. So if you want to check him out, he could definitely be good. I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal. His defensive ability will let him down on occasion, but still, if you're a lower team in the Premier League, not like too low, like below the Premier League, probably wouldn't want to join there. Even like a relegation team, that you might be threatened to get relegated. So he could potentially join that kind of team. But again, he wouldn't be recommended for that as well, because you'll be probably too attacking if you want to play defensive. But just depends on your tactics, as I said. But he is a good player. That is definitely the thing. He's quality, but just sometimes he'll defensively he'll let you down. But yeah, very good attacking wise. Can't fault him there. But yeah, we got our first game here at home in the Champions League. I always like to start at home. Just you get hyped up at home games against Besiktas. A huge team to play. One of the biggest Turkish teams around there. Got decent finances, I guess. 52 million value, but I don't think they have too many quality players. Like, if you check by their value, who do they have? Fortunas. Is he only on loan? Oh no, he's like a shortlisted player. That's what that means. But yeah, he's probably one of their better players, but still, hasn't got amazing attributes. He's just well-rounded. There's none above 16. That's what I mean. They're all below 15 or below. But there's quite a few of those around 14, 15. So he could be alright. And then they've got this other guy. I'll just call him Tolga. No idea how to say his last name. He seems a bit better. Like, he's a very good passer. He's fit. Stamina. Natural fitness. So, yeah, he's a quality centre mid for this league, definitely. Anyone else? Cavanda. I know this guy with the pay. So I like his hair. Looks pretty good. But anyway, yeah. He seems to be doing well for them. He came from like Lazio, didn't he? Or Atlanta? Oh, he used to play for Lazio. Then moved to Atalanta. You can see there. He looks not too bad. He's quick, strong, and can defend decent. Like, tackling 15 is not too bad for a fullback. That's pretty strong, and he can get forward as well. He's okay. I probably wouldn't sign it again. He's probably not that world-class quality that I'm looking for, but he could have his... He's going to have some good seasons, without a doubt. Any good young players See, this is how you stumble along young players. You just scour top teams like this, and then you just get scout reports them on here, like Kidir Sener. He could be decent. He's played for the under-21s. Well, that's how I would usually find them, but you can search big teams as well. Like, you go to under-21 teams, you go bang, bang, and you can see all players in here. And then you search by the value, you can see their age. And yeah, they're going to be talents. Like this, Ozan Tufan. He was already on my shortlist. So he's seems like a good right back. See, I never heard of this guy in real life before. Who does he play for? See, Bursapor, if that's how you say the name. I guess Scaraport, that's what I mean. Just do that and you might come across someone. He seems okay. His attributes seem okay. Then I look, he's 20, he can improve. He seems like an average right back, but then he's young, so he can improve to be even better. So yeah, all of that stuff looks great. And also, yeah, I set up the team before I was going to go in because I knew I wanted to talk about some other stuff. But my team's looking good right now because especially Robben is not even back. And I felt it was an opportunity maybe to play some younger players again, bring Zivkovic. I want to give him a go. I think he's actually Serbian as well. Yeah, he was born in the Netherlands, but he's also Serbian. Obviously, you can tell from his name, Zivkovic. That's a Serb name, but yeah, we'll go straight in and try and win this game. And hopefully we can perform to a high ability. Like, people want to see Ramsey. I notice all the time. People say Ramsey is a really quality player. And I agree. It's not that I don't think he's good. The reason he's not playing is just Wilshere is much better. But Ramsey is a better passer, I believe. Where are we? Is Wilshere somewhere here in his favourite teammates? Okay, he's not. It's funny how that is, because they're like same position. But yeah, if I go to Wilshere, his passing is 17, but mental attributes, look at that, that's what I mean. But Ramsey almost has that as well. If I go to Ramsey, you can see he's got some strong attributes as well. Good off the ball, making his runs forward when he tries to go for a goal. So as a box-to-box midfielder, that's perfect. I really like him a lot. I do like him. I probably should play him more, but it's a thing. When you've got Ozil, who will play attacking midfielder as well, and now I've got Barkley who come in there, Ramsey will only play when I'm rotating that centre mid with Wilshere. And don't forget, I'd have other players in that position as well that can also play there. So yeah, it's big decisions to make. Like, where do I go here? We've got Ramu. He can play different positions. Gave him a chance last game, and give him rest now. You've got Roberto McGuinness coming through as well, who's a major talent with world-class potential. So that's another one that's going to challenge in that kind of position soon enough. But it's good to have that. You need that in it for a top team, definitely. You do. So yeah, made some changes as well. You can check out the team. I don't need to tell you about every play. You can just look at it. Like some people say sometimes, I don't have to explain everything. You can see a lot. So I'll try and work on that as well. See, I do listen to people and I'll try and work on that. But I just like talking about Football Manager. That's probably the biggest reason why I started Football Manager, because I wanted to talk about my team. That was the major thing, because I remember going back to my first ever videos. Obviously, they weren't as good, because I just started. I didn't know what was good, what was bad, and how to commentate, really, compared to other people. I never really watched other people on YouTube, so I wasn't really sure what to act like. I just wanted to talk about my team, so obviously it was like kind of different to probably how I talk about, the way of talking right now. So, but that's what I mean. Just looking back at them when I did it in FM12, it was pretty late. Around this time, yeah, it's almost been 2 years. I want to talk about that as well. Like, it's been basically 2 years since I started YouTube, just over 2 weeks now, or yeah, over a week, since I actually created my channel, and I pretty much uploaded a video right away. I was thinking there what to say, what my first video was about, but I actually deleted it. It was like a tip video for a program you can use on Football Manager. That's all I'll say. But yeah, that was like over 2 years ago. But I'm just saying, those kind of situations, when I started my Porto save, that's more so what I want to talk about. My Porto save, my first couple episodes, more so the first episode, I just talked about my team, talked about my plans, and yeah, that's the reason I started YouTube. I just wanted to go that way. I never really tried to be... I never thought I was amazing at the game. I'm just experienced at it. There's a big difference. I played it for a long time, but it doesn't mean I'm an expert at it. I always look for tips with helps with tactics and stuff. I always search on that on the internet. There's much more people that are better at the game than me. I just, read a lot of like websites. There's heaps of fan sites out there that help. But yeah, that's the thing. I just like the game and I like talking about it all the time. It's a very... There's a lot of information. It's informational because there's so much stuff to read all the time. It's good, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons. A lot of the time, I can just go around looking at different stuff in my save without playing the game and still enjoy it. If that makes sense, I'm not sure. Just you look at your players' training and improvements, and just that kind of stuff. If anyone feels the same, leave your thoughts like that. But we already score. We're off to a flyer, no doubt, like the commentary at the bottom says right there. So, Theo Walcott, sometimes I'm in two minds about Walcott. Sometimes he does magical stuff, but sometimes he just goes on a run of average form. Then he can just smash something like that. Hard for the keeper to save that. You might say that's a easy chance to save, but that was very powerful. It was high and powerful. It's harder than you think. So it was a very, very good start here to get underway in the Champions League, scoring in like 20 seconds right off the kickoff, basically, in our first attack. So, very good because I like starting like this. And we might score again. It's Doria. And Draxler is really improving in the last couple games now. He's getting his confidence. That's the thing. And this is... Again, with Arsenal, I like to nurture these young talents. Sure, he's not an Arsenal boy, and you could say I just stole him with the money, but still, he's still a young player. He's not known as a world-class player yet, and I got to develop him into that, and that's something I like. And that guy got a yellow card. I'm pretty sure he's Australian as well. An interesting fact. Look at this. Where is he? Ursan. Information. Nationality is Australian. I knew it. See, Melbourne. He was born in Melbourne, where I'm from. So that's what I mean. He's ended up playing for Turkey because he's actually Turkish, and he thinks he's too good. But you can see he's playing for Besiktas. Yeah, but he actually hasn't played for them yet, which is his own choice. But anyway, he could play with Australia, but he doesn't want to. But anyway, we're winning 2-0 here. Great starts to this Champions League campaign for us. I want to try and win it this time. I want to try and win it with Arsenal. I'm just really passionate with Arsenal. It's just not really another big team I'm managing. Like, if I win the Champions League, I'll keep striving to do the same. With other teams, I feel as though I've achieved all I can. But hopefully I can kick on and get a few of those. Draxler and Doria almost combined again. Wow. That was so close. Ter Stegen. Oh, I see that's that Golem guy again, or Gulam, however he wants to say. I don't really care about him. But anyway, Danilo, Mertesacker, Barkley to Walcott. There it is. It's 3. See, sometimes he can be magical like that. He's always been good for me because he's always had that lightning pace in Football Manager. And when he's got some decent technicals as well. Look at that. He just glided past the keeper. Just went around him and finished. And makes it 3. And second of his own for today. And Draxler could be 5 or 4. We might have 5 anyway after we score this. Walker the step up for a hat-trick. Get in, Theo. We can get on form now. And when Walker on form, when he's on form, he's in really, really good player when he gets in form. Because that lightning pace, he just gets on confident, dribbles past players, and it's fun to watch. It is fun to watch. And now let's go for that 5 goals. Will be a nice way to start. Zivkovic hasn't done much though. But Barkley plays him in and he misses. I might look to make some subs now. Yeah, I've given Zivkovic a chance because, I've been talking about it. He's got great attributes. Like, I honestly think he's the best striker, the best young striker I've ever seen in Football Manager. Like, he still can grow a lot. Like, he's still got potential to be a star, and he's only a good player right now. He can grow heaps more, but he looks like a first-team player already. Is it me, or is it just me, or do you think I'm missing something? He looks good. He looks really good. He's got that pace. Like, 18 pace is lightning in Football Manager, but then he's got that 16 finishing, which could develop into at least 18, I reckon, at his best. And heading as well, he'll be good in the air. Who knows? Even the pace, that could go to 19, because he's still only 19 as well. Maybe 20 eventually, if he, with a bit of luck. Who knows? But yeah, he could be actually one of the best strikers I've ever used if I nurture him in the right way. But I'll bring off Barkley here. I've given his game time. Bring on Oxlade-Chamberlain. Give him a chance through the middle there. This is where I'm going to just give chances to... bring on Belanta. Rest Mertesacker. Put on preferred left side there. Anyone else? Bring on Wilshere. I'll keep Jakob fitness. Yeah, I'll keep his fitness up. I'll see how Wilshere goes at register. Give him a go. Oxlade-Chamberlain looks happy. Belanta seems deep in thought. Wilshere looks happy. See, for me, that assertive second option, it's basically 2 out of 3. Like 2 out of 3 times you get a good reaction. That was perfectly shown there. Definitely not every single time, but yeah, fairly often. It depends which team you are as well. And player personalities, all that other stuff goes into it. But yeah, this has been a huge win. So we're going to get the job done here. And yeah, something I noticed in my Arsenal save. Usually this series, when I do the video, it gets 2,000 views, which is pretty good. A lot of them just get over 1,000, and like ranging from 1,100 to 1,900, I guess. Yeah, somewhere in the thousands. But this one gets 2,000 a lot of the time. So yeah, obviously people want to see big teams, and Arsenal. Oh, look at that Zivkovic. He still can't finish. I'm giving him a chance against one of the easiest teams he'll play against. But he can't get the job done. Yeah, that's only really poor performance from this game, if I'm honest. The whole team's been good. Draxler can't finish it off, but that is full time. It's 4-0, and that is going to give us even more of a morale boost. Especially Walcott, he's already superb. And after this team talk, look at that. Boosting him up a bit. Doria getting superb as well. Looking good. It's all good. We go top. Oh, that's even better. Olympiacos beat Atletico. I thought Atletico will be the danger, so that's really good, I reckon. Like, because I personally think we can beat Atletico and Olympiacos, so we should be beating both of them, so it shouldn't be a worry anyway. Just focus on myself, really. Like, you can't rely on other teams to lose. When you're doing that, yeah, your team is definitely not good enough, but we are good enough. As you can see, we meet expectations in dominant win 4-0. Yeah, Walcott leaves Arsenal fans purring. This is what I mean about Walcott. He's got that lightning pace, but then he's still got some decent technicals. 15 finishing, that's still solid. He's got the dribbling as well. He runs with the ball down the right and knocks ball past opponent. You've seen that. Really, really good. So yeah, like I said, he's always going to be quality. Given money for winning. Barmby, yeah, he is free transfer, doesn't have good potential. And this is what I mean. This is how I find, look, he's pretty pricey, but he's a quality young guy. He's going to be good in the future. He's going to be pretty good. So yeah, he's going to be on my radar definitely, but don't have money right now. We'll check out, yeah, maybe a bit later. And yeah, this guy I searched for before. Not sure, yeah, he would be unlikely to be granted, but still, he's a player that's going to be at least... Like, I wanted to scout him just to show you. Like, I probably wasn't going to sign him unless he had really high potential, but it doesn't seem... Yeah, it doesn't seem as he does. But if you are maybe a lower mid-table kind of team in the Premier League, he could be a player for you. But again, it just all depends on finances if he wants to join. It varies from save to save. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So if you want to see some more of this Arsenal Let's Play, I'm going to be doing it a lot more, definitely. I want to do a lot more Arsenal because, like I said, it seems to be well viewed by you, and that's the biggest thing when judging. Like, I always ask, what do you want to see? But that's the biggest way. Whatever gets the most views is, like, what you want to see. That's just an easy explanation, if I'm honest. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did, and I'll see you guys next time.